Alright, we should be live here. I haven't done a live stream in quite a while now, but I finally have a day off where I'm not flying. Um, have some time to actually interact with viewers and do a stream, so I'll probably post this in some of the Discords and see what happens. Make sure to get this up right before the 1 o'clock game. It looks like I need to change my title here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can't share a link to this guy. Looks like we're about to find a game. I'll put something in the reef too, even though I basically have no fans that actually use that. Server. If anyone wants to be part of my Discord, let me know and I'll get you in. Okay. Third position, with several good third position leaders available. Okay cards, nothing crazy. And Shuttle Fleet is probably the only notable tech. Yeah, I don't know. You could play whatever here. The problem is the Tlaxi row is not that good. The Guild Impersonator kind of says a Aleza, though, so maybe a Aleza. Throne Room Politics is also good for Aleza, so I could see this being like an Aleza game. Even though the techs aren't that great, like, Shuttle Fleet is still pretty good. I think this is probably what I would normally do. Because, like, nobody else wants a Guild Impersonator, really. I'll probably stream, like, 2 or 3 games. We'll see. Ilbon gets picked. Yeah, let's go Aleza. I've played my fair share of Leto and Helena recently, so let's do something different. Second place combat. Good hand overall, high persuasion, and a lot of different options. So the cities are the most likely way that we get this to go off. But if we put a reconnaissance aside, we're not playing both diplomacy and signet ring. Let's put aside a reconnaissance. This is a fairly safe bet. The problem is it delivers Soul Spice and not Solari. Would we rather just put diplomacy aside and get Solari? Probably not, because we can just turn Spice into Solari with Conspire. Yeah, reconnaissance. It's like not like we're getting a round 2 Swordmaster, right? So we should, generally speaking, the Solari is not so valuable that we prefer it over the Spice, I think. Wealth is a bit unusual from second from Hundro here. I will definitely take full. Okay, just kidding. He changed his play there, I think, for the better. So So what do we want to do then? Wealth is solid. If we experiment here and then we get the reconnaissance, we don't have enough for a conspire move, so I think we don't want to do that. I think we just want to play the diplomacy. So Hardy Warriors is overkill. Wealth is decent. And Still Suits is good. Wealth blocks Ilbon. Still Suits helps us with potential shuttle fleet rush. Let's do Still Suits. Put one troop in. We have 3-0 persuasion cards in our deck. So if we go to Airkeen, we are most likely falling short of Piter, but that's fine. I think Throne Room Politics is good enough. In fact, it may be good enough that we could just go to Carthag. Hey everybody, it looks like I got at least 2 people in chat now. Thank you for the good luck. And Nicolay8. Yeah, I don't think either of you are my opponents, but I've never really been able to get into a stream sniping situation before. Yeah, I don't know why Hundro even entertained going Wealth there. It was so obviously full space. Maybe if he had, like, Bribery. If he had Bribery in his opening hand, then Wealth is also a bump on Guild, so maybe that's the reason he did it. But it still doesn't make sense, because then you're not blocking full space, so I don't know. Branto Zaver. Branto Zaver. I have no idea what that means. So Carthag ends up getting taken. I think that's fine. You know, we had the Hundro problem on Carthag anyway, right? Because it was going to be basically the space that, or the not space, but the card that Hundro didn't want. So, yeah, it was going to be an issue either way. Maybe our path is to Shuttle Fleet here. I think we add 3 troops here. I think we go Reconnaissance, Arakeen, add 3. Did I say 3 troops? I meant go to 3 troops, not add 3 troops. I don't actually want to win the combat. I want to do this. And then as long as Ilbon has any dagger at all, we get second. Actually, if he doesn't have daggers, we also get second. So, we're fine. I think. And we actually did go up to 5. Infiltrate. This is the first time I've seen someone infiltrate Fold Space on round 1. Picks other memory instead of the Throne Room. I would have gone Throne Room. Goes Throne Room instead of Piter. I think I would have gone Piter. Well, we're at 5, so we either take Piter or we roll the dice, and I think Piter's very good, so I'm happy to take him. We also got the Guild Impersonator, so we'll do that too. It's not an amazing card given the fact that Hundro's sitting in front of us. Like, but I think the thing is, like, it's the Guild Alliance, right? Like, it probably locks us for the Guild Alliance. So even if it's not flashy, I think it's good enough. Slug Farmer would have been better, but it's too late now. Well, you know, I mean, we might end up getting it. You never know. But it's definitely better than the Face Dancer Initiate, so I think it's going to go. Okay, so right now, let's say we went Signet Ring to Great Flat. That would be 5 spice, so we could go Dagger to Shuttle Fleet. Or we could go Signet Ring, Great Flat, Seek Allies Conspire. Seek Allies Conspire gets us to exactly 8, so I think that this is the better play. Shuttle Fleet has the advantage of giving us multiple shipping bumps, and then next round we have 4 Solari. But then if we do that, we can't... We can't get Swordmaster. So I think it does need to be Conspire. So I think what we do is we set aside the Seek Allies here. And we could just double smuggle. But if we do that, we can't do the shuttle fleet either, so it's not really a better path. Yeah, so we do this. And again, we're getting 6, so we're getting exactly 8. So we can only use our Signet Ring here if someone cashes out on Solari. Which I don't know if that's happening or not. Let's not take the risk in my onion. Okay, so then we don't buy the card. Vicious Talents is cool, but it's not worth deploying in the combat for this. Yeah, so like if Leto got smuggling, if smuggling went back around to Leto, then we would be better off buying a fold space. But it didn't, so I think our decision was correct. Now, hypothetically here, we could still go for the shuttle fleet. You know, that's still an option. Then Hundra gives us the Solari. So if we buy the shuttle fleet now, we go plausibly to 5 Solari at the start of the next round because of the shuttle fleet. 5 Solari. And then we don't have a way to get 3, so that doesn't work. So we have to go Conspire. Puppet. It's a good card. You know, we have to make an attempt to hit... Ooh, wait, I need to blow this up. Oh. Hundra may already have the Persuade. No, he's got 2 Convinces in his discard pile. Yeah, I think it's Detonation here, because somebody's going to get that kinds. It's not going to be me. And if I blow the row up, then maybe I get into the shadows, or I get a Dissecting Kit or something. And it's possible that I flip over a more dangerous card than kinds. But I don't think it's the most likely outcome. Guess I should have put a troop in, huh? Okay, so I didn't actually find a better card. And I just gave Guild Bankers to Ilbon. So, you win some, you lose some. I don't think I want a Liaison here because we already have Piter for Persuasion. So I'm just gonna... Well, we could use Puppet to get the Guild Bankers. That is a thing we could do. It's going to probably cost me a point, and I don't know that I don't know that doing that to stop Ilbon is worth it. No, I don't think that's the play. But if I get an SMF off of it, it gives me the point back. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Oh, he's got 7. He wasn't going to need Guild Bankers anyway. Slig Farmer goes. Carino Genes would really be nice, but we're not getting it. Thankfully, we're first next round, so we don't really care who gets the Carino Genes. Crazy to let us stay in this uncontested. Hey, Sangluden, nice to see you. I'm good, man. I have today off, so I thought I'd finally do a stream. Yeah. Leto is cakewalking this combat right now by the looks of it. Yeah, but when you're deploying on your first action, so often you just get absolutely nothing out of it. And I had no idea, like, the idea that Hundro and Ilbon were just not going to participate, that was not likely. Anyway, so is there any reason why we shouldn't just put Piter aside and go Swordmaster second action? Well, for one, it only gives us a Solari. I think we put aside the Impersonator, and then we guarantee to get a Spice, and it doesn't lock us in any particular course of action. I don't feel like there's any super high priority spaces for us right now. We could block Smuggling just to try to make life more difficult for Hundro and Leto. But I mean, nobody can windfall me out of Swordmaster right now. So Piter to Swordmaster is a safe second play. If Hundro has if Hundro has any card that will give him a guild bump, then he can steal it. So let's just go ahead and take it. Okay, well, he didn't have it. He didn't have the one I was thinking of. But that's pretty nice because it means that this plus the Impersonator means we're going to get 2 on guild kind of out of nowhere. We still probably want to save it, though. We want to surprise people with it if possible. Nikolay, where are you from? Serbia, perhaps? Maybe Russia? Okay, so we're going to go with Guild Impersonator to Experimentation. We can't go to Fold Space. So I think it's just Smuggling for the blocker move. Imperial Basin is valuable, but I don't think it's as valuable. Deck contains 2 playable cards. So if I did Impersonator to Reconnaissance, I could guarantee draw something useful. I don't think Bulgaria. Okay, very nice. Very nice. I don't know much about Bulgaria. I know you guys have good feta, and I know about Ivailo. So we're going to do Smuggling, because there's multiple people that really want to go to that space. So we're just going to try to block them, basically. And since we now have 2 on guild, that bump will eventually come into some use. Okay, so round 1, we made a Spice. Round 2, we made a Solari, and then round 3, we made a Spice. So far we got 2 Spice and 1 Solari out of Aleza's abilities. Show of Strength is a good card for us. I think an Intrigue card is more valuable than a card draw. We want to play both of these cards, so we're in no rush to draw them. So let's go Carthag, try to win the combat. Bureaucrat's pretty bad. You know, but it could help us steal an alliance if we hold on to it long enough. Okay. Target acquired. Hundro's going to beat us there, but... and I do think we want Freighter Fleet here. I think Freighter Fleet, under the somehow extremely implausible assumption that Hundro doesn't steal it first, would be pretty ideal for us. This is going to be very competitive. I may not end up with the Guild Alliance. Oh, he didn't take it. That's surprising. Okay, we'll definitely take the Freighter Fleet. I don't think I want the Initiate. This card sucks. But yeah, the other reason why Guild Bankers was a good idea was because with Piter, it's going to be a lot easier to hit that without the High Council seat. Ideally, we do eventually get the High Council seat, but it's going to take a while. Ivailo. You work together and Ivailo is your boss? Bros from like the 1300s. How is that possible? 1200s. I'm sorry. He died in 1281. So, you know, I was a solid 20 years off. Oh, I probably need a Vicious Talents here so I don't get stolen from. Too late. Would have been better to pop guild authorization, but most likely I don't think anyone's going to go to secrets. And if they do, then it is what it is. So, okay. When you're last like this, it's really hard to guess what you're going to be able to play. At this stage, we want Spice, and I think Tech Negotiation is reasonably likely. But I also want to go there first. So I'm just going to say, let's put aside Diplomacy and get a Solari. Because we can guarantee get something out of this. Wait, what? Oh, he cashed out for Solari. Everyone loves that track right now. Guild Bank Rate is interesting. It's going to mean that everyone's going to get those Sword Masters out kind of in a rush at this point. It's interesting that at round 4 I'm the only one that has one, though. It's fairly good for me. Dedo is interesting. We have a lot of resources, so I think there's a spot for Dedo here. Illicit dealings just like off the bat, get it out of our hand. There's an argument to be made for Experimentation Imperial Basin since we kind of want to play this card, and we probably won't be able to if we wait. And it's not like anyone's going to go to Dreadnought. So yeah, let's do this first. We go up so I have the option of Scientific Breakthrough if no one else takes it. And I just don't value the Solari very much here. I guess I can use it on my ring, but Mentat's always going to be taken. So once I have High Council, this doesn't matter. So I'm going to stay out of the combat entirely. The Troop is just worth more to me. Well, that's good for you, Nikolai, because I also like Dota. Here, I'm going to post a link to my Discord in the chat. Let's see here. I have a channel for Dota stuff, even though I don't play Dota very much anymore, now that I'm in play school. If you want to chat about it there, we can talk about it. Okay, so what did I miss while I was chatting? Reconnaissance to Carthag, recruit 1 troop, play favored subject, deploy 1 troop. Still suits from Leto, gain 1 water. That's a bummer. I kind of wanted to go there. Wow, Fremen Alliance already from him. He's got 5 points. Holy crap. Advanced weaponry. Okay. No Swordmaster, though, so he's going to run out of gas. Hundra goes to secrets. Okay. So right now we have 6 spice. We need to play this, but we don't want to play to Highliner. We don't want to play to Conspire. So I think... I mean, there's no way we can take this from Leto. I mean, he just shut up so fast. I think it's selective, but we don't want to trash our dagger. I guess it's not a big deal if we do. This is definitely the highest value space for us right now. So... there's the Impersonator again. Ilbon has resigned by the looks of it. Leto, oh my god, he didn't even blow up the In the Shadows for Leto. That's so bad. Oh, you are? We played before? So this is ugly. In fact, I can't even get spice with this Impersonator. I guess I can Mentat. What does Mentat accomplish for me? Maybe it draws me into Guild Bankers or something. I think the real answer is it draws me an Intrigue card. Strong Arm is pretty good. I just don't think we can use it for Guild, unfortunately. Takes a Stitch Horror, so we do get the breakthrough. If only I had water, I could use my experimentation. Actually, I can use my experimentation. Use experimentation, impersonator, Guild. It's not like a great play, but it does help us get the research progress done. We could strong arm it too. But the problem is if we strong arm it, then Leto's just going to reinforce and then it's over. So... But this is that's the only way we get the experimentation to go off. Could take Signet Tech Negotiation. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, I think this is the play. It's kind of a janky play, but I think it works. Okay, so I want to trash, but I don't see that we have a good card to trash. All our trash stuff is in the next pile, so I think we have to do this. Which is fine, since we're getting a scientific breakthrough anyway. Recruitment mission. I could recruitment mission the landing rights. Disguise bureaucrat for a spice, just to get out of my hand. But we think we're gonna be able to get to the second DNA marker. I mean, I guess I could recruitment mission to get the landing rights. It's not great, but it is a stronger card with the freighter fleet. The problem is this is probably an SMF if we save it, so it's very costly. I think maybe the bureaucrat's just better to play. Or I could just take a risk and say, well, are they really going to go to secrets on me? But I think the answer to that is probably yes. There's two people who could do it. Hundro, who we don't know what he's going to have. Probably he won't have the access, but maybe he does. And then Leto, who probably doesn't have the access either. So I almost think we're just going to hold on to him. Like, if someone steals the Vicious Talents, do I really care? I could just get the landing rights. It's a decent card. Especially because it's only got one access icon. I'm just going to do that. It's also 2 persuasion. So I'm in a little bit of a better position than it looks like because I'm 1 away from a faction point on every faction besides Guild. So we probably want to play the landing rights first, I would guess. Freighter fleet on top. So we put aside the dagger, I guess. Kind of want like 1 Solari to hit Dreadnought. I suppose we could do like Guild Bankers to Wealth. It's not like we're gonna get. I guess we put the dagger aside. It's not like we're gonna get a Spices Flow this round anyway. So Wealth, Dreadnought. We could strong arm on Wealth. But I think Leto's going to roll us here, but we'll see. If the AI Ilban takes Swordmaster, he'll be kind of slow. You can steal Guild. 1, 2. That doesn't steal it. That just puts me in contention. Maybe I'm missing something on how you see that. I'm not high enough on the... Here. I guess if I go do this, and then landing rights to Arakeen, draw the freighter fleet, is that what you're suggesting? Strong arm, shuttle fleet. I can't get shuttle fleet. Shuttle fleet's already been bought. Leto has the shuttle fleet. So in order to do what you're suggesting, I have to basically go guild bankers to fold space. Strong arm. Hope that Leto doesn't have anything. And then hope that Arakeen is still available. And then from there, if Arakeen is still available, then I get to draw the Schrader fleet, and then I can steal it. It's a little bit out there, but I'm not opposed to trying it. Sure, why not? I don't see any way that Leto can defend it, so why not? Let's try it. It also gives me 3 Solari, so it's giving me more than what Wealth was giving me, except for the fact that Wealth gave me a point. Of course, he does have 2 intrigue cards, so if he has a finesse, then the whole thing was kind of wasteful, but we'll see. We did want to go to Dreadnought, okay. We do end up getting Arakeen. Well, I say that. I think I have to go to Arakeen now, because I've already committed to this plan. Right? Like, if I play the Dagger to High Council, which is what I want to do for the Spice, what's going to happen is I'm going to get... very, very likely I lose access to Arakeen. So... I think I have to. The Vicious Talents, I don't think is enough here. It's only an ambush, so if we put 1 troop in, we're talking about 6 strength in this combat. That's probably not enough. The water would be nice, but it's not worth spending our card on. We're probably hitting High Council. So I'm going to say we do not deploy here. Okay, what just happened? How did he send a ring to Interstellar Shipping? What? Wait, what? Urgent mission, oh my god. And that's why you don't do this. Yeah, there's a few reasons why that play was very risky. I should have just gone Wealth. Finesse would have worked, Urgent Mission would have worked, Infiltrate would have worked, but he didn't have, or no, Infiltrate wouldn't have worked. But yeah, there's too much room for him to screw me there. I guess by making him defend it, I slow him down a little bit. I put more drag on his metaphorical airplane, which is something, I suppose. Can't go to a city now, so I can't put anything in the combat. So I think we just have to go to High Council. I think that's the only play here is High Council. Yeah, and this cost me a spice by doing it too, because now I don't get to do the Dreadnought I put aside. I think I lose more on stream because I get distracted by what the viewers are suggesting sometimes. And it makes it harder for me to focus on the game. That's not an insult to those particular viewers, by the way. It's just me reminding myself that I have to fly my own plane. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take that High Council seat. That'll be useful down the road, hopefully. I've made a few plays this game that aren't things I would have done on my own accord. There's nothing good for 5, and my token is gone, and the others don't seem to be interested in using theirs. So do we advance or recall? I think Chimerky tells me we advance. Because right now the bump doesn't matter anymore, and we don't have a way to get the troops in. So let's just move up the track and get the greater overall benefit. Oh no, we don't have the breakthrough? Did I miss something? Oh, I think when we experimented... We didn't do that this round, did we? We did not. Okay, well, maybe my math was wrong. So show of strength, what do we... I mean, I think it's just second freighter fleet, right? And then... We do have the requisites for high priority travel, but I'm still not really sold on the card. I think we have a lot of good cards, and that's kind of a medium card. So, show of strength is interesting. We only have one card that graphs, which I think is not enough to make this valid. So, I'm going to say we just end buying here. Yeah, there's an argument for liaison because we have 2 low persuasion cards. But I don't think the answer is to bloat my deck and go to like a 20 card deck. Yeah, I agree with St. Gluten. I think I don't make a move on that alliance unless I'm stealing the alliance in that move, because it alerts Leto. And it's true that in this round there was no way on board that I knew of that Leto could have reinforced, but he had 2 intrigue cards, and that's kind of what matters. Okay, so most likely our first action is going to be going to smuggling. Well, we want to use landing rights on a combat space, so probably we go landing rights before we would play the experimentations. So maybe we go diplomacy first, then landing rights. Put landing rights aside, get a spice. Ouch. Yeah, and the other problem with making that move is, like, now I don't have the bump on Emperor, which would have been quite useful. So, okay. So we said we were playing Diplomacy first. Maybe it's better just to play Experimentation to Imperial Basin. We need to play these experimentations, right? And this probably won't be available later. So let's do this first. Yeah, it gives Hundro Spice. I don't care about that. We can keep racing. I don't need the spice right now, though, so let's just take the specimen, I think. You get more overall benefits if you don't take these spots. Like, if you take a path through here that doesn't include any of the accelerations, you get more overall things. And because we already took the first acceleration, and we're also getting more overall researches from the impersonator, I think we're okay to do this. Because if we do this, we lock ourselves off of this scarab, and we lock ourselves into a 1 scarab maximum path. So, anyway. Landing rights, I don't know that we need to draw here, so I think we would just go Carthag. But we're going to pick up 2 intrigue cards from the track, from Chimerky. So it probably is better to go to not overload that, since Secrets is still available. So I'll do Arakeen here. And then Paul, we're going to pick up... Well, let's buy the tech first. Chimerky. Machine culture. Interesting. We should be able to get that to go off. You know, we could just use it to buy the ordnance. It's not a bad idea. It's only... Oh, it's round 6 already. Oh my god, I have 2 points in round 6. Oh gosh. Okay, well... Take our Emperor now. The benefit of doing this now is I don't get my cards stolen. Like, Ilbon's already at 4 intrigue cards, which I didn't notice. So I think we do that. Okay, and then ideally we hit Secrets in our last action here. It's kind of taking advantage of the AI, but like it's clearly the correct play, so that's what I'm going to do. We go first next round. Plans within plans. Is that what I stole? That's interesting. I guess because of the bureaucrat, we should have probably done this route just because we want to get this card out of our hand as soon as possible. So we don't need the card draw now, so I think maybe we do save this. If we drew a 2 Persuasion, it would give us Reverend Mother. But we don't have any mini Gesserit stuff, so I don't think that matters. We definitely want to save this card. And like I said, we go first next round, so we're not worried about intrigues. And maybe I use this Vicious Talent on the combat, I don't know. But like when I'm saying like, oh well, I made a little fight for the guild, but did I really? Because like he only went up 1 spot on guild. It wasn't like I forced him to sacrifice anything really. I think it was just a bad play. Duck in Idaho is nothing. These are all crap. Our detonation token is gone. So we put a breakthrough on the top of our deck. It's way better than Twisted Mentat here. Advance with the Greater Fleet. Call it a day. I guess we could get Reverend Mother Mahayam with Charisma. It just seems way better to get a Spiceless Flow. No need to play the card right now. We're okay. We're fine. We're back up at 5 points. Boy, this is a hand. So here's the big one. Hundro has the Highliner. I don't think the game's ending this round though. Guild Impersonator doesn't do anything. We could put it aside safely and still get Spice, I guess, so I might as well. Like we're going to use it. So we'll start with the Glimpse. Okay, it's not great. We have the Guild Bankers, so we play Charisma. And then we play Scientific Breakthrough. Next time we play that breakthrough, we will get a point out of it. Assuming, of course, that the game goes that long, but I think I'm mostly comfortable with that assumption. We have a freighter fleet, so we can reliably cash out on reveal and get a tech, but then we won't be able to use troops in the combat. And I do think there is, with a ordnance, I think there is some value in having at least 1 troop in the combat. I still think it's better to go up here. We finally have a water now, so we can hit Hardy Warriors just to get that second Fremen at some point. Ultra Fast Animation's a new thing. No, they've been around for a little while now. They've been around for a little while now. Did either of them buy Detto, by the way? Yes, Leto did. Could buy troop transports. I don't know what good it would do me, but I could buy it. I think it's probably better to save my spice. If I go to Haga Basin, I'll have 6 for next round. I'll go 5 and then 6 from the impersonator. I prefer to use my experimentations, but I don't have them, so there's not really a choice there. We need to make sure that we end on 6. We're only at 5 right now. The fold space will draw us, which will help. We're also going to be going last next round. So there's a chance that like Leto beats us to Highliner. If he gets second in the combat, takes Spice, takes Great Flat. That's a possibility. We could also go, if we wanted to make sure that we could go Selective Breeding. Selective Breeding allows us to trash Freighter Fleet, cash out. That's basically an extra bump, and then we're going to be in a better position for it next round. I think I like that. It's like Highliner is a faction bump we don't care about. Piter. Okay, so we definitely have the SMF. Okay, I guess that blocks Leto from doing like a blackmail. Not that he would do that, but trash Freighter Fleet. Wow, okay. we're not that far from 2 SMFs. Questionable if I would even want that, but yeah. Definitely got to take this before Leto does. Oh, and let's not forget we have plans within plans. Which means we need to make waves on Fremen here pretty soon. No one's gone Highliner, but they will. Put 1 in, and if it actually looks close, then I can second wave later. And we're at our limit, and we have plans within plans, so we have to play the bureaucrat. We don't have a choice here, because losing the plans within plans to Leto is a game over. Oh my god, this guy! I swear. What the hell, dude? Oh my god, he locked it in. That's insane. This guy has got incredible intrigue cards. Well, at least we can go to tech negotiation here and get 2 SMFs. That's our consolation prize. Training drones, question mark? Spaceport draws us 1 persuasion, so it doesn't do anything useful. Training drones is interesting. You know, if we don't think we're going to have access to Highlander next round, it is going to help us. It's 2 troops, basically. It's nothing crazy. But what else am I going to use the spice for, honestly? So, it's fine. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop with Hundro and Highliner. It's a new tech. Disposal facilities, pretty nothing. Wow, I can't believe he locked this alliance in from all the way down here in 1 action. That's so frustrating. Hey, I got a spice though. That's nice. Ugh. It's not looking good. Although I will say 2 SMFs with a Chimerki is pretty good. And hypothetically, we have a point waiting for us with Scientific Breakthrough. The problem is that by adding 2 SMFs to our deck, we make it quite likely that we don't even draw this card, which is the scary thing. Talents is an ambush. This is 6 daggers, so we could win this if Hundro does not go Highliner here. I think we can win the combat. Or like if Hunter doesn't do something that contributes to the combat. If he goes to like Hardy Warriors, then probably we can't. Parthag is dangerous. We'll have to do the math. Win the game this round. As far as I can tell, he's only goes to 10. No, he goes to... Well, now we gotta fight him for it. I don't think we can. So... Vicious Talents is 11. And this is 6. So we're 17, so we can't do it. We don't have the plans within plans. I really did not think he was going to be able to... There we go. Now we can beat him. If he doesn't have a combat card. Which he does. Oh, he had exactly enough. Wow. Well, we didn't... He had like 4 points on the back burner that we didn't get because the game ended too soon. Brutal. What time is it? 1:51. We can get another one. Oh, it'll be a while. That was a really good play from the bot. It's just because Hundro got lucky and had another combat card. He had another combat card, so we weren't able to do anything. Okay, so going to the spreadsheet here. We're talking about Immortality. We played Eliza and lost. So she's now 5-5. Split even win rate for her. Well, I'm not doing a whole lot for the next 8 minutes. I guess I could, normally I'd play some Monster Train. Does anyone want to see Monster Train for 8 minutes? Oh, no, you're good, man. I shouldn't have done it. You know, it was a novel play. It was interesting and it was kind of fun. And that's why I was like, well, I know there's a chance that I could get screwed on this play. But let's try it out. And that was the wrong move. But to be fair, like even if I hadn't done that, I don't know that changes the fact that Hundro paced 11 points by round 7, right? Like he closed the game out, so the interaction with Leto probably didn't end up mattering that much. So, yeah. I don't know exactly how to switch the... I guess I just switch the game capture. Whoa, there's a steep fall off right there on viewers. I guess it makes sense. Hello, I seem to have a very, very large, not very large, I have a notable Slavic audience for whatever reason. Let me see if I can figure out. It's some kind of Cyrillic, I don't recognize which type it is. Okay, let's see if we can switch the viewfinder here. We're going to switch it from Dune Imperium temporarily to Monster Train. Did that work? I guess it did. Pick up where I left off there. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of equipments to try out this new room. I don't know if this draws an equipment from your deck or if it draws an equipment from the pool of possible equipments. I assumed it was from your deck and that's why I haven't used it, because it just seems like a combo piece. The YouTube stats don't tell me where any particular one person is from. They tell me where my viewers are from. So, you know, I have most of my viewers are American. I have some viewers from Ukraine and a lot from Germany. But also, I think that's vulnerable to like VPNs and stuff because I don't think it tells me about like Chinese viewers, right? Because like I think YouTube is banned in China, so a Chinese viewer wouldn't properly register. So this is kind of unideal. We want the Avenger on a lower floor, so maybe we should put Avenger here and Lady Gilda up here. Let me rewind this. Let's try that out, because the Avenger's not going to accomplish a whole lot on his own. I don't want Lady Gilda taking the first hit from Archeon, but we'll win. It's fine. What is it? 57, so we got 3 minutes before the game starts. Okay, Inspire such a bad card. I guess, like, you know, with the spells, I can just throw them all on the Avenger. Drop the Dragon Spell here. I guess I could have done that. Calcified. Yeah, I can. Probably would have been a good time to use a Quat's Reservation. Oh, this is when you summon, and I've already summoned my units. This is annoying. So what do we do here? I want to get this into play. We're gonna repeatedly summon on this floor. Let's go ahead and summon a Blood Whelp. Oh yeah, we have the Blood Suit. Okay. So what is it? What does this do again? Applied -2 on the cost. Oh, okay. Didn't cost anything anyway, but whatever. Throw this in to get rid of the healer. I guess that's that. So then we have 2 equipment in hand, so it seems like it summons them from our deck. So if I put the Bloated Whelp here, it's going to give me the first Dragon Staff, I think, for free, which is interesting. So let's do this. There it is. And then I guess we put it on him because he's on the spell floor. I don't know that we actually want this Stoic Plate Mail. I don't know what that does for us. It's a lot of survivability, I guess. We can put it on Firebrand before it, like when it's in a troubled situation. Then it loses the whole revenge trigger. I don't know about that. Let's Do that. And I'm assuming this room is, like, done now, right? Like, we've got all of our equipment into play. Three nothing. I don't think we play any of these cards. 2 o'clock. Okay, let's switch it back over to Dune Imperium. Ooh, he does a lot of damage. We put a bloated whelp in front. 3 draws with the Stone Plate Veil. I could put it on the whelp, but he serves as a pretty good chunk blocker for a while. Not horrible. Great Spire. Yeah, I guess we use Quads. Pop the Shard. Throw a Spear Screw back here. Pop the Whelp. Summon the Whelp. Game start. Okay. Helena and Armand picked very quickly. So, were the cards good? The cards were, in fact, good. Tessia, so I'm second. Okay, so I'm thinking Beast. Because the techs are good. Techs are really good. Paul has a decent chance at Esmar. If Helena doesn't have her ring. And Paul plays pretty well if you can get the high roll with Swordmaster. But that requires me to have first position player not go smuggling. I go smuggling. I have yellow in my next hand. And I have wealth this round. It's asking a lot. And I found it doesn't happen very much in this. So, also you're getting preyed upon by these deck builders. So I don't think it's Paul. Leto is probably the strongest play here. I want to play Beast. Okay. Hello, Uzi and Tongi Bernardo. Which skill tree is Gilda on? I put her on Bloat Matron. That's the one that I have the most fun with. Yeah, I mean, I recognize that, like, the egg one is better, but... So, smuggling got taken. That seems to be what the first position players always do these days. We do have 5, so we can hit Esmar. So we have to come up with a plan here. We have faction in 2 separate hands, so I think the plan is very clearly just double fold space. We go fold space now, we hit tech negotiation, or we just early reveal, we pick up Esmar. We'll be good. And if someone, I think tech negotiation is better, because if someone else takes Esmar, then we get negotiate withdraw, which is a good beast card. So we'll be good either way. This won't be a super fast Swordmaster, but it will be like we'll be in a good position. The 3 of these guys are all competing for the deck building path, so we should have combats mostly to ourselves. And we have the ability to spec into alliances if we want to. Although the skirmish here is really strong, I probably ought to play the experimentation in Imperial Basin, just because if I even get a placement reward for this combat, it's worth a lot. Let's see what Paul does. He takes the basin. So I could go like experimentation to Haga Basin, 2 troops. I've got a dagger in hand, but then I'm disqualifying myself from Esmar. be disqualifying myself from Esmar. But I do really like participating in this combat, but I don't think it's the play here. Helena went to faction, so she could have her ring for all I know. And if she rings Esmar, then I would have been better off just going in the combat, probably. The negotiator will be useful in the future, though, and there's multiple high-value technologies. So I'm going to do tech negotiation. I have a detonation token, so if somehow both of these cards, like if Paul takes, you know, negotiate withdraw and Helena rings Esmar, I can always just blow the row up. And these are both, like, nothing. Like, if I can get to the Twisted Mentat, then cool, but, you know, this is almost not a factor. Two after, don't do it. You're saying don't do an atomics because there's two people after me? Or are you saying don't deploy to the combat because there's two people after me? I don't know what you mean. So this is interesting, right? Like, the correct play here is to take one of the Force, because they're good Force. Helena took the card I wanted. Guild Ambassador is overall probably the correct play. I'm already going to get to 2 on Guild, so Guild Ambassador is probably going to turn into a point generation engine. However, it's a 0 persuasion card, and if I think I'm going to get Holtzman Engine, it's kind of a detriment. Whereas Negotiate Withdraw is a 2 persuasion card, much better for that. Although he does just make Spice on Agent, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that soon, Tongi. Sorry, I'm just thinking about what I should do here. Given that there's a directorship, I think the play is withdraw because we want the persuasion for later. Yes, this probably won't make it to us. The odds that it happens are low, but I think we want to be prepared for it as a possibility. Although one reason to pick the ambassador is that we prevent somebody else from climbing on us on Guild. We have yellow next hand, right? Yeah, we do. I'm going to take the Negotiate Withdraw. I think we'll make Troop the tiebreaker here. Unfortunately, I can't spend the 2 on anything useful. Archeon just popped into the stream so that we don't forget either. I didn't know that you guys played Monster Train. I guess if you enjoy good deck builders, then you enjoy good deck builders. I need to, like, finish that fight so that I can close that window. I guess if I just keep it in the background, it doesn't matter. Nobody took the Guild Ambassador. So we open Diplomacy Diplomacy default space. Unfortunately, this path basically means that we're not going to be a part of combat for the first 2 rounds, which I do feel like has some issues. It's looking like Armand's going to beat us to Swordmaster next round. This is the problem with second. If you're in second position and the first position player takes smuggling, you basically can't get your Swordmaster until round 4 or 5, because yeah, you're not going to be able to get 8 right by round 2. Maybe you get 8 by round 3, but at that point you're last, right? So then everyone else is going to take their turn ahead of you. I think we're going to be okay, because Paul's only got 3 Solari. But I don't know, man. I mean, the thing is, All Paul has to do is go smuggling, and then he beats us to it also. And he's going to sit in front of us, so he's always going to have that option, pretty much. Like, we're going to beat Helena to Swordmaster, but... you know, come on. I don't know. It's not great. If we go Interstellar up, down, we get to 6. But then we put Armand to where he only needs to go to smuggling. I guess he would have only... But he would have had that anyway. I think maybe what's better is... Interstellar up. I just think it's better long-term value. Like, if we're not getting the Swordmaster soon, and I don't think we are, then you just need to take the value at that point. Wealth play is interesting. I don't know what to make of that. Because his path to Swordmaster is just smuggling anyway, right? So what does he care about wealth? Unless he's going High Council, which I don't think he is. Experimentation is better than Ring here, I'm pretty sure. 1 troop instead of 2. Yeah, this is better. Especially because we missed our research on round 1. And we're not able to deploy anything. We're going to have more troops than everybody else anyway. I don't think we want to detonate here. I think we're better served staying the course on this one. If Paul goes High Council, then maybe. But if Paul goes High Council and gets directorship, then good for him. You know, a round 2 directorship is not necessarily an amazing thing. Interesting play from Helena. Okay. New tech is detonation devices. We're a fair ways away off from being able to make that useful. Armand is basically a diplomacy away from Swordmaster, but he's not guaranteed to draw it. His Seek Allies is burnt. If we can... That's just not going to happen because... Like, let's say Armand doesn't draw that. Okay, he goes to smuggling, and then he goes down, and then he's got it. So, I think we don't get our Swordmaster till round 4. But I think there's a good chance that Paul just beats us to it in round 4, too. So, again, this is why I really don't like second position. Like, if the first position player goes smuggling, you just kind of can't... I feel like you... I don't know. You don't have a lot of control over the game. Like, sure, you can do your Interstellar shipping stuff, but... I don't know. Denial on wealth. I hope you guys just enjoy hearing Archeon there for a second. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong window. Yeah, we don't atomics here. I don't know if we pick up a liaison. With the negotiate withdraw, I think the answer is no. You know, we could liaison speculating on directorship. Doesn't hurt to have green in our deck when you don't have your Swordmaster. But yeah, I think we do want the liaison. The more I'm thinking about it. Because like, if we don't have our Swordmaster, the fact that this doesn't have an agent box doesn't matter. So we'll pick up the Persuasion. And now, how close am I to killing Archeon here? Not that far. We got 1 wave remaining. Okay. I'll do that in the meantime here. Oops, that was wrong. That was important. I'm not a big fan of Monster Train's music, I'll say that much. The game's amazing, the music is, for me, uninspiring. I think we just get rid of the calcified Emperor here. And in the shadows. Very nice for Paul. Jessica shows up. There was a detonation. So the Jessica makes me glad to have picked up Persuasion, even if I'm not holding it. Okay, so I think what's going to happen here is Armand is going to go wealth or smuggling, and Helena is going to go fold space. Imperial Basin's a good combat, so I mean, it should just kind of fall into my lap here. Unfortunately, I still only have 2 actions, so there's not that many ways for me to do this. I almost have to go Hardy Warriors, which is sad because I don't need the deployment force limit improvement at all. No, Armand goes full space. Okay, so that's interesting. That's interesting. Why would you do that? The only reason I could see that being a meaningfully, like, the only reason that, oh, come on. Okay, well, the only reason why I could see him doing that is because he doesn't have green in hand, or he has Windfall in hand. That's super annoying, because that entry card takes away my Interstellar shipping this round and next round. Like, and Armand blocked her on full space too, so she couldn't even get there. That sucks. That really sucks. I like a lot of different types of music. If I were to play music on stream, I think something bad would happen. I haven't been a YouTuber for very long. So he just slow wealth his way to Swordmaster. It shouldn't have worked, but Armand made some very weird plays. Now, maybe Armand has the windfall, and then I'm super screwed in that situation. I think we go smuggling here since we couldn't get Interstellar. I think. The problem is if we cash out on Solari, what happens is we give Armand the Swordmaster this round, and then Paul gets Swordmaster next round, and then we never get Swordmaster. So what are we doing here? I do think we smuggle and we just go up. I hate to do that, but I think that's the play. So the liaison's good. So I'm guessing what happened here is that Armand just didn't have green. And he was like, well, I can't get Swordmaster, so what's the next best thing for me to do? But he hasn't trashed any daggers, so I don't really know. Maybe he just didn't prioritize it. Yeah, actually, I do like Simon and Garfunkel. I mean, I don't know if I would call them like my favorites, but they're definitely up there. Quid Pro. Okay, so that was his plan, was the Quid Pro. That seems like a really not useful way of going about what he was trying to do. I don't really understand. I don't understand that. Okay, Steel Suit's block is pretty annoying. So we're not getting in this combat because, like, I mean, if the problem is if I go Hardy Warriors, I don't get Jessica. So I think I have to go Mentat Hardy Warriors. But then am I costing myself Swordmaster next round? Well, I don't think so, because I think Armand beats me to Swordmaster next round anyway, no matter what I do. Again, this is why I hate second. So I think we actually have to Mentat here. And I don't think Paul goes Hardy. Ugh. Oh, come on, man. That was the only card. Genuinely the only card. Because if I draw Fold Space, that's fine. I can take Fold Space to Hardy Warriors. Why didn't I recall? Because if I recall... to be fair, given that Armand's probably beating us to Swordmaster next round anyway, I probably should have. The reason that I didn't is because I didn't want to give Armand his 8th Solari, because if I give Armand his 8th Solari, he gets Swordmaster this round. Paul's guaranteed to beat me to Swordmaster next round, which means I don't get a Swordmaster till round 5 at the earliest. Yeah. Now, thinking about it, it's like, well, okay, so what? Because, damn it, Helena, are you serious? I went to Mentat over this. Maybe I should have gone for a Conspire route instead of doing the double fold space. But how was I going to know that Helena was going to have the stupid guild authorization? Also, the troops in the faction bump wouldn't help me in any immediate way. So, Hardy Warriors. Helena's already revealed, so 3 troops guarantees us the combat. We'll detonate on this piece of crap row. Especially because Paul's going to get the guild bankers anyway. Definitely detonate. Nothing amazing here. I mean, Embedded Agent's a cool card. We don't have any BG, though. So, like, I could do Embedded Agent Freighter Fleet. But that combo's not that good if I don't draw them together. I guess Embedded Agent helps us infiltrate Swordmaster, but it's like, at this point, it's too late for that. I'm just going to do it because I like it. I think this game's already kind of screwed up, so whatever, let's try to have fun. Controlling the Imperial Basin is pretty good, though. No fold space, but otherwise this hand's pretty solid. That's so annoying. Tech negotiations. He's picking up the Holtzman. I want to be playing Paul's game. Paul is the one that's having an awesome game here. He's got a Holtzman and a Replacement Eyes and a Swordmaster. He's the one living the dream. Okay, so Experimentation Smuggling. Yes, we give Armand Swordmaster. He was probably going to get it anyway. I was going to try to take this Holtzman, but now I can't. I guess we take Disposal Facility instead, or we take Troop Transports. Transports is probably better. Disposal Facility is more fun. It does help us get the Embedded Agent to work more often. We don't have uncontested shipping anymore, so where'd the menu go? Oh, here it is. I don't think we want the Specimen because the cards suck. I think we just take the Scarab. Oh, but that would put us to the Twisted Mentat. But I think Twisted Mentat's like actively not good for us. So I'm gonna take the Disposal Facility. At least now Helena gets her Swordmaster this round too. So I don't have to worry about her blocking me next round. Like next round I'm pretty much guaranteed it. It sucks. Round 5 Swordmaster feels bad. I would always rather have Swordmaster round 2 than Ursula shipping round 2. That's just my personal opinion, but that's how I feel. So we definitely want a signet ring to a city, give ourselves the negotiate withdraw option, pull out up on guild, then we have an alliance for the ring later. And if no one fights us, then we don't pull out, and we're happy with that too. I was just on Black Shadow's stream this morning. I was just telling him about how much I dislike second position. Why I think it's really bad. I guess I could signet ring wealth here. The problem is that there's 3 people that have agents, so the idea that I get the wealth of the fold space is not. It's not guaranteed by any means. And then if I do that and I don't get wealth, then I'm really pretty screwed at that point. So, then Airkeen is bad too because I blanked the fold space. But I'm trying to get the Truthsayer, so the fact that I don't have enough persuasion doesn't really matter. I'm also first to reveal, so I should just get it. Unless Armand uses it gets it with his ring. I don't think Helena would reserve it. And she doesn't have a ring anyway. But Armand does, so I might miss the card. The problem is I have to negotiate withdraw before I can see Armand's last action. So, like, he could come into the combat, but he doesn't have water and he doesn't have spice. So, to me, it seems like I'm reasonably safe. Maybe, I don't know, like, damn it, he did use his ring. Okay, well, there's Sayadina, so we're fine. We don't have any water, but Sayadina's Sayadina. It's like, it's fine. And it works very well with the Chris knife. Yeah, we're not going to get that alliance, are we? I shouldn't have gone up on Guild. I should have gone up on Fremen. Oh well. Although, like, again, it opens the possibility of this. And if I negotiate withdraw, then I still do get the 3... I do still get the 3 Solari, and I make it harder for her to steal that. So maybe that is the play here. Like, I don't think I can lose the combat if I don't withdraw. And why do I need to withdraw? I already have way more troops than everybody else. This point comes the water, and this point comes the 3 Solari. But if I draw into diplomacy, I can just go to fold space next turn anyway, and still get those 3 Solari. I'm moving before Helena, so she's not going to be able to beat me to it. So I think I'm talking myself into not withdrawing. We definitely buy the Sayadina here. Airkeen's bad because fold space. I know that, but I think it's worth doing anyway. This is going to be a point. The fold space will be around for later. It's not a big deal. If we could go to Carthag, Carthag would have been better. We could not go to Carthag, so it wasn't really a choice. Do we just reclaim forces here? It's an intrigue card. I think we have to. Twisted Mint has Garbo. We don't have enough... We don't have enough card draw for this to be good. So I think we take this, take the Scarab. If the intrigue card is good, it's not. It changes our play. It's not horrible. Like we can use it with our ring on a city, but I think ultimately we stay in the combat here. We have a liaison already, so this is already going to be Fremen Bond in half the cases, probably. He early revealed. I guess he had nowhere he could go. He bought the Chris knife. Okay. I don't think Armand is going to win this one. Like, what does he have going for him? A single power play? Liaison? It's not impossible, but... Oh my god, Paul has a In the Shadows too? Oh, wow. Why does Helena have 4 points? She has the Fremen Alliance. So yeah, we did win the combat, looks like. Unless Paul pulls something out of his butt here. Which I do think is better than withdrawing. That alliance point's a point we can lose. The combat point, we can never lose this. It's a point in the absolute bank. So basically, we didn't draw the diplomacy. What? Was I misreading the deck? Well, it's fine. We just go to smuggling. It's the same thing. It's worse, but it's the same thing. Ooh. Actually, he didn't go interstellar shipping. We just go interstellar shipping. The problem with interstellar shipping is that we have to go up down. Because we actually need the 1 Solari. As much as I hate to say that. So... I don't think we want to do that. I think we want to... I mean, it blocks Armand, but who cares? Let's go smuggling. Trash. We don't have a card to trash right now, so we just take the Scarab. We hope we can get to Gola. Yeah. We'll have Interstellar next round, so the shipping bump from the 1 here is still useful. So I think the play here is... Well, we want to use a Signet Ring with Diversion, right? I guess technically this can be used as a combat trick. We don't have to, like, rush it. We don't want to play Negotiate Withdraw. We don't want to play Embedded Agent. I think we might have to play Embedded Agent. Because we want to use our Signet Ring on a city. The first time around, the combo didn't work. Yeah, and then she goes to Fold Space. It's annoying. It's annoying, but we knew it was going to happen. Also, we seem to have way more troops than everybody else, even now, which is kind of crazy. So maybe this is going to be another case of not withdrawing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I definitely wouldn't mind getting a Terrible Purpose here. You think playing withdraw is better because we can just win the combat? That's fair. I'm a little bit scared that if I play the withdraw, I will not get the long reach. Although I suppose I'm not getting the long reach anyway at this point. So who cares? He's got 7 cards in hand. Yeah, but I think you make a good point. We don't have access to selective breeding. If we did, it would be a different story, but we don't, so... Yeah, okay. I don't know that I can win the combat. I don't have a combat card. I mean, yes, I have the most troops, but, like, you know, if Helena goes Hardy Warriors or something and has an intrigue card that's relevant, then that's going to have an effect. Looking like she's going to get the long reach. I guess the embedded agent's going to give me not a combat card, but it's going to give me an intrigue card. Either way, I get Carthag or I get Arakeen here. Arakeen's not necessary, so we go Carthag. Yeah, it pays Armand, but I don't think Armand is... I don't think paying Armand 1 Solari is going to make a big difference in this game. I think Paul is in the lead. I think Paul is winning. Helena's second. I'm third, and Armand is last. That's my evaluation of things at the moment. You know what? I missed this. The correct play... No, it wasn't. I was going to say correct play was experimentation to Interstellar because I could go up, take the Solari, and then I get the Solaris if I had smuggled. But I did play experimentation to smuggling. So, like, I wasn't here. I was here. So this wasn't an option at the time. So we do Carthag. Let's go ahead and divert. You don't get that many chances to use that card. Yeah, it's better to use it as a combat trick. I don't care. We can blackmail away from Guild. Did anyone get the Guild Ambassador? No. So... that's good to know. Yeah, I think we want to blackmail away from Guild. Not right now, obviously, but it's something that probably needs to happen. You could argue that going 4 troops in for the diversion is an overcommitment. Since nobody else has any troops, but I like getting the card out of my hand. Maybe the real answer was put in 2 troops and save the others, but we're beast. We get troops. It's not a big deal. And if I have 3 combat points by round 6, then there's a lot of room for me to gain points in other ways. Or spy satellites or something and still win. Spy satellites, we can't count on that, but... you know what I mean. Those points in the bank allow us more room for the easy points. I would reveal for a freighter fleet here, even if it's not a BG card. Shadout Mapes is interesting because she's from in Bond for Tidina, and she's from an Access. I do think she is better than a Liaison. She's 1 persuasion less, but she works with the artillery in the row, and she has faction access, and we already have our Swordmaster, so we don't care as much about her not having green. Yikes. Paul to 6. Yeah, I think he's won this one. Oh, we'll see. I mean, it may be too early, but, like, he's going to use that in the shadows towards other factions now. And he still has the Guild Bankers, so his scoring potential is still very high. Poison Snooper. We don't want that just yet. I will take the freighter fleet. Armand didn't play the power play. Yeah, he's struggling this game. Although getting a water and a spice for 1 troop's not a bad bid. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Archeon for a second here. Okay, so we started Relentless down here. Fire for damage. These are pretty well. Okay. Let's do one of these. I forgot I had that giant silented jump blocker. Terrible purpose. So, do we trash the freighter fleet? It's actually the worst card available, and we do get some decent benefit out of it. It's weird to pick it up and immediately trash it. But, like, I don't want to trash any of this other stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what we're going to do. We get interstellar shipping, so... let's advance and take true transports. So we have a sight in it with liaison. We only have one water though. So let's open with snooper. Convincing. Well, yeah, we do want it. Oh no, we don't have yellow. Helena, you screwed me up so bad. You screwed me up so bad, Helena. Okay, well... Well. Yikes, I don't know what to do here. We can't get the point from Sayadina. We don't have enough water. Maybe we just go to still suits. If we go to fold space, we open up a Mentat option. We're not taking that alliance from her. Paul's the threat, not her. Man, that's rough. Okay. I want to go... here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open like that. Get the Fremen point. We need the water eventually, probably. I don't want an SMF. I don't know. Maybe. We can always just Sayadina to selective. Yeah, I don't get the persuasion. But the but this faction, right? Like, it's half a point. My sister-in-law sent me something on Facebook. What is this? Oh, it's for my brother's restaurant. Okay. I thought it was going to be... Alright then, Helena. You just really did not want to compete on that axis. Well, now I know. Glad I didn't go there, I guess. This is for blackmail. Siege Sayadina. That's interesting. So... you're saying Siege Tabor and then Sayadina secrets? Because that's the only place that Sayadina can go. So that's going to cost me 5 persuasion. Which is pretty costly. It is a point. But man, it's an expensive point. And if someone goes to secrets, then it's not good. You could argue that Siege Tabor is fine, though. It's like a very risk-free play. Like, the water is good anyway. If I can go to Erkin and draw the liaison, or the fold space, then I can get here. So I almost want to go here instead. And either way, I'm guaranteed to draw city. So I think I'd rather do this. Okay, that's annoying. Alright, sure, whatever. I mean, I knew it was a 50-50, so I don't have anyone to blame but myself. It's fine, we'll get the long reach. Which maybe can help make up on our factions a little bit. Specifically Emperor and BG. Damn it. Oh my god, Helena. Okay, well now we go technique. Spy Satellites is awesome. I'm not happy with anything else, but Spy Satellites is good. So, assuming that Helena doesn't steal that, I'm going last next round, so I might not get it. But I think we just have to play Sidena here to secrets, since we're not getting an SMF, and try to hope that Armand doesn't use his ring to snatch the allegiances. She can't, so... Okay, mobilization's not bad. It's good to know you have it. I mean, it's not a good card. It's a bottom of the barrel card. But getting it in round 6 as Beast, you can sometimes play around it a little bit. And it's also not bad with the negotiate withdraw. Helps you get to 3. It's like, oh my god, Helena. Well, the scores are close, so I could get Chimerki, but I think if I get Chimerki, I just lose on points to Paul, because Paul's just going to have more points than me. And, like, she's got 2 freaking cards in hand. She's not getting the long reach. She's just denying me, which is a valid play. Yeah, pick up the shifting. This game's not going well. I guess I should have gone the Siege Tabor route. There was a 50-50 that I drew the smuggling. Man. He's just going to beat me on points. So Chimerki doesn't do anything. Not drawing yellow this round was catastrophically bad. It's the correct play for Helena with the Spy Sats. But she's actually at 7 right now, too. So Armand is the one that's kind of behind everybody else. But Paul already has... He literally already has the Holtzman point. He's at 8. So it would take something very unusual for him to lose at this point, I feel. The other problem with being second position is that when the points come in... Like, you didn't get your Swordmaster early, because the first player position went smuggling. And then... You have to make up for that later. You have to kind of make a comeback in the late game, right? Except you can't, at least on points, because you're last in round 7, so you can't make the Highliner thing work, and you have a lower chance of getting Hardy Warriors and all these other valuable places. So, yeah, it just wasn't good. Snuggle. Well, and like I might not even get smuggling is the thing too. And I don't have enough spice for flagship. I'm 1 short. Does he have troop transports now, I'm guessing? Yeah, he does. Troop transports and Chimerki. New tech flagship. We can Mentat, I guess, but we don't want to. The thing is like we don't want to play our greens to do that. They're too valuable. Yeah, I didn't even get smuggling. This game, I think this game is over. What time is it? So we'll check back in at 2:55. If it still looks pretty hopeless, then I will resign and find a new game. So this is definitely selective, I think. Okay. I want to trash the reconnaissance, but honestly, like, we might need that one persuasion. It's better to trash the fold space. The game's not going that much longer. Okay. Still, neither of them have taken Emperor. Paul or Armand not taking it means that Paul probably will. Paul has got the points. He just doesn't have a way to end the game yet. He buys an SMF, takes Emperor Alliance. That's 2 points. He's not placing in the combat almost certainly, so I don't know where he finds. I don't know where he finds the third. So this may end up going to round 8, which is not exciting for me. Yeah, so he uses that to take Emperor Alliance, puts troops in, so maybe he does get second in the combat. So we have Diplomacy, we have Signet Ring. Signet Ring is good for using Negotiate Withdrawal, although the Rapid Mobilization would have something to say about that. Experimentation, we don't have the first marker, man. This is rough. I guess we can do this. And like Highliner. Yeah, yikes. It also spends our water, so we can't Saidina for points. And the Highliner influence is not useful. Although it does give us the Solari we would need to spend. And nobody else has Highliner. So if we do this, we probably get 2 points from the combat. So I think that's worth it. Gotta experiment sometime. Or do we? Because if we just reveal it, we get the point, right? So, shouldn't we just play Signet Ring and get the troops? Like, we're not getting to the end of this track. Not even close. So I do think it's better to just play Signet Ring here. No reason to deploy when we have mobilization in hand. With 2 points from the combat, do we have a chance to beat Paul? Maybe. Maybe. If we can do it without using the blackmail, then maybe we can contribute to the round 8 combat, and then maybe we win. If we shifting allegiances, we can get a point from Emperor. We potentially, we don't have the sighting to point, but we have the persuasion from the liaison. So we should be able to buy an SMF this next round. So I think that we do have some hope here. And being in the combat is just good in general for forcing Paul away from it. If we want to make it as hard as possible for Paul to get anything out of this. So we do this. Do we just not put the troops in and like fake him out of the mobilization? I don't think so. And it's just how bad this card is, right? Like, do this, and if we have to mobilize one troop in to win, then we do that. Because like, this card could be useful next round. Will it be useful? No, but maybe. So, yeah, let's do it like that. At least this does give me the water back, so I can get a point from Sayadina by playing it to still suits, which does enable the embedded agent potentially. I think there's a potential for something to go my way here. Okay, so do any of these cards change my outlook? TM is probably too late to matter. If it gives me this bump, then it would be relevant. So TM might matter. But I would have to draw into it. I don't know how that happens. So it's gone, so it's irrelevant. I mean, I guess we can buy, like, Imperium Ceremony on the maybe of a point. If research... Ouch. If Research Station happens, for example. We could go Still Suit Manufacturer, but we don't have the Alliance, so I don't see the point in that. It's 2 Spice on Fremen Bond. I think we just buy the... Imperium Ceremony. There's his SMF. So, unless he's got, like, a Chong Shares in hand, he doesn't actually end the game this round. So right now, it looks like Armand is probably going to have... So I guess the interesting thing is, we negotiate with draw out. That moves us up on, like... I don't know, do we even care about the faction bump? Because we can negotiate with draw out and then remobilize with the card. I guess that's the best we're going to get out of that stupid thing. Like, yeah, okay, like, we get a faction bump, but what does a faction bump do for us? It's fine. Let's just do it. Like, we can't steal any of these alliances. I guess if we do it on Fremen... When we hit Still Suits next round, we get an extra water to spare. I don't think that matters. I think it's Emperor, which allows us to potentially get that point without having to use Shifting Allegiances. This is all very, like, out there, in my opinion. I guess we could take troops from Reclaimed Forces and then deploy them with Rapid Mobilization. Again, I think that's just worse than getting the point. We do get to trash Reconnaissance, though, so that's something. Disposal Facility didn't do as much as I was hoping. So we're getting to 10 this round, so that does technically tie us with Paul, if not for the fact that Paul's actually at 11. Damn it, Armand. What do you play? That's fine. I just blackmail. It's not a big deal. was hoping to save it for next round, but let's be honest with ourselves. I'm probably not winning the next combat anyway. It was a good play. Pump up to tie for first, and then when that doesn't work. But I don't like Helena getting second, because she's already got spy stats. I don't think she's going to win anyway, though. Unless she's got, like, a really good intrigue card. She wouldn't get CTM. Gruesome Sacrifice. Oh, wow. It's kind of funny. So Armand's back in position to potentially maybe be a part of this game. Okay, so, I mean, we're at 11 with Sayadina, assuming we draw it, which is not necessarily a given. I think we could win. We did draw the Sayadina. We actually have to get folds. We have to get still suits to make it happen. I guess we can liaison to Siege Tabor if it gets blocked. I don't think... No, I think Paul's going to take still suits. Because there's a point for him, so he goes to 12 if he takes that. I don't know that he would do it first action. Because a Dedo for Helena is dangerous because she's probably the most likely to win this combat and she has the spy stats. Her actual score right now is 8, but if she wins the combat she goes to 11. I don't think that matters though because Paul's already at 11. I mean, realistically he's at 12 because he's going to buy another Spice Must Flow. Probably. We kind of just flopped on research here, honestly. It wasn't a great situation. We have no spice, so we need to hit smuggling to use shifting, or we need to play our embedded agent, but we should be able to do one of those two things pretty reliably. Game's close. Okay, first action reveal, go to 13. Honestly, I think it makes a ton of sense. Because now I have to beat 13 with 4 spice. That is a big ask. So before I do anything, I need to figure this out, how the heck I'm going to beat that. He's so far ahead, like, he's 3 points ahead of me. So Sayadina, that takes me to 11. Okay. And then I have no spice. So I almost have to get to, like, 14 points, which I think is almost impossible. Mimicorders is probably not happening. The faction bump is nice. Well, we just gotta try. I mean, just see what happens. So, Sayadina for a point. I think this is game. Yeah, he's been winning the game for the last, like, I don't know how long is this game been. It's an hour, so he's been winning for probably the last 40 minutes. The points were somewhat hidden, but he's bought like 5 Spice Must Flows. Literally 5 Spice Must Flows with 2 alliances. He could lose if Armand can find a way to steal Guild. Like, he's not invincible on Guild. He's out of actions. He can't do anything to defend himself. And everyone knows he's going to win. So Yeah, I mean, that's how he loses, basically. So if... I'm thinking here. If I go shifting up 2 on Emperor, and then I try to use Embedded Agent to go up another one on Emperor, I don't think I can steal it, but maybe with Mimic Orders. The problem is, if I take Mimic Orders, then I'm potentially preventing Armand. I don't know if he'll answer this question, but... he didn't like that very much. Okay, so... Spice. We're going to go up on Emperor. It's 12. We're going to take Mimic Orders to go up on Emperor. We're going to go down on Guild to go up on Emperor. Now I'm ahead of him. Didn't have to rely on Armand. So I think I win now. Unless Paul has an in-game point. I have 4 troops. Is there a way for me to win the combat? Probably not. They both have 2 more actions than I do. And Beta A Agent could roll me into something useful. I could just go, like, Liaison Carthag. Do, like, Liaison Carthag, throw in 3 troops. 2 intrigues. But it looks like the Fremen camp is going to walk that off. Well, no. I mean, if I have good intrigues, I can still beat him. But it would need to be a lot. And I already played the blackmail. Okay, so I'm not winning the combat. It's not happening now. So I think we play the... No, playing the Embedded Agent doesn't do anything. We just want to reveal her now. So I think it's just Carthag for a chance at a good intrigue card. That is a good intrigue card, but not for me right now. But maybe we get another one from the combat that matters. Carthag and Prey. Yeah, I agree. I think that was the play. Carthag and Prey. So Armand did not have a way to steal Emperor. He had a power play from the first turn of the game, but he didn't really... So I guess now my question is, does Helena win? Because Helena is at 8. Combat takes her to 10. Combat takes her to 11. I don't think that's enough. Spice Must Flow is 12. Recruitment mission. Well, that's a good card, but it's not a good card right now. It would have been good a while ago. We just do nothing here. We basically just have to hope that 13 and 0 spice is sufficient. Okay, I'm on to 9. He's coming back, but I don't think he's coming back enough. We do get an intrigue card from 3rd, so maybe that matters. I think it's just this game comes down to intrigue cards. Oh, she's one persuasion short. That one persuasion is probably going to cost her the game. And I drew the recruitment mission. If she drew the recruitment mission, she buys the SMF because she's going to get it. She's going to get an intrigue card from her long reach. She has 2 dreads. I think maybe she has a Grand Conspiracy, because why else would a Helena have 2 dreads? And if she has a Grand Conspiracy, she has a High Council seat. She does not have an SMF, so she'll only be 1 point. She got Scarab. So 3 points from combat's 10. 2 points from Spy Satellites. So I believe that she beats me. I believe that she beats me on Grand Conspiracy here. Unless I can pull, like, I don't know, like the Machine Culture doesn't work. Yeah, I think she just wins. Plans Within Plans doesn't work. She detonates. We do have the same amount of spice, but she has more Solari. Finesse doesn't work. He's 1 short of the war chest. No, I win. They didn't have the cards. She didn't have the Grand Conspiracy. I thought she did because she had the 2 dreadnoughts, but that's just because she had detonation devices. It was a close one. So noticing that I could steal Emperor was really the thing that made the difference. Like, there was one turn that clearly closed the game out, and that was... Let me see if I can find it here. Here it is. Okay, so it was only possible because of the Mimic Orders. So we go shifting to smuggling, gain the Solari. Okay, we take 2 spice from the track. That 2 spice goes into the shifting. We get the 2 spice from the tech to get the Mimic Orders. So if we have even 1 spice too less than this, it doesn't work. We get Emperor bump from the track. Emperor bump from Mimic Orders, that's 2. 2 more from shifting, that's 4 Emperor bumps to steal his alliance. Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff when it happens. Did Disposal Facility help us? Probably not. It gave us a freighter fleet trashed the dagger. I don't know, maybe. I don't think our deck was strong enough for it to really matter. The Embedded Agent, this is one of my all-time favorite cards. I think it didn't pull that much weight. I think we would say that the shifting is what won us the game, even though we didn't pick it up till the very end. The other cards were kind of meh. The Negotiate Withdrawal was interesting, but it basically did not matter that much. I mean, I guess it did. The Negotiate Withdrawal gave us a bump on Emperor that I thought was probably going to be useless, but ended up mattering for the steal. So maybe we say that it was the Negotiate Withdraw, because the Negotiate Withdraw is what made this play with the shifting possible. But, like, nothing from the Talaxi row mattered. It was kind of a weird game. It was interesting and competitive, but a little bit boring at the same time. Yeah, it's one of those weird ones where it's like you win and then you don't have fun winning because you're not you don't have a Swordmaster. So you're just like, you feel like the game's out of your control, and then you end up coming back. Okay, let's see here. She blew up her dreads. The Grand Conspiracy doesn't work. Yeah, that's a good point. She didn't end up having it, so it didn't matter. But you were correct about that. When you took Emperor with the 4-bump play, wasn't there a possibility to take Bene Gesserit instead to look at an extra intrigue card? I don't think so. Actually, you might be right. So it's the same distance, right? Because Paul's here and I'm here. So Paul's 2 bumps ahead of me. No, he's 3 bumps ahead of me. and 1, 2, 3. He 3 bumps ahead of me on BG as well. So yeah, BG is the better play. You're completely correct because I lock in BG where I don't lock in Emperor, and I get an extra intrigue card for trying. So yeah, you're right. Ben and Gesserit was the better play. I was fixated on Emperor because it was a lower threshold for Paul than like he had 4 bumps versus having 5 on Bene Gesserit, although it's easier for me to steal there. So yeah, you're right, that would have been slightly better. I didn't consider that. Whew, okay. 315. So I don't know if I'm going to keep going or not at this point. But Emperor is 2 points. Oh, that's right. Yes, it is. It is Emperor because it's 2 points. I was right the first time. I just got mixed up by the commenter. Yeah, it was a big swing. It was a big swing. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be another 15 minutes. I don't know. I'll switch over to Monster Train for a bit, and we'll see if I still feel like doing. I'm kind of duned out a little bit here, but we'll consider it. Plus, I have some stuff I need to get done. So he's dying. Is there any reason to play these cards? I'm gonna play the Vengeful Shard, I guess, to get it out of the hand. Ooh, lag. Okay, so Vengeful Shard. Spot. Holy moly, it's really giving me trouble. There we go. Inspire. Yeah, Low Matrix doesn't have much attack, though. Okay. Pyroclasm is cool. I don't know that it works that well with this deck, but it's cool. This is pretty good. This card's not as good as I thought it was. It's okay for bosses. We're going up against Entropy, so maybe we like pull forward like a... I don't know. I don't think it works. I don't think that's the play. Like if we have a card that like helps us melee punish the front enemy a lot, then maybe it becomes a calcified. I haven't mastered Sanctuary yet, so maybe we just pick it for that reason. Pyroclasm. We don't have Conduit. Or really any synergies with this card. I guess Spell Sanctum means we can play it on the second floor without taking energy. I think we're taking energy anyway here, though. Or whatever they call it in this game. So I think let's try out the Sanctuary. Gotta be just take the Hothead, right? Play like Ember, I think. Keeps tagging me. See ya, Steph. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end the stream. I've had enough Dune for a little bit. I'm all of playing Monster Train anyway, so it doesn't hurt to keep streaming, I guess. I don't have a lot of money for Trinket Shop. Magic Shop. What do I get out of Magic Shop? Not terrible. And it's money, so yeah, I have to do this. Iron Tongue. Let's go. Very, very good against it, I think. on like Dragon's Breath. Or we could do the same thing on Alchemy. Or we could do the same thing on Sanctuary. Let's try that out. I really haven't played much of this card. Let's see how this card performs when it costs 1. Probably don't need the Spear Stewards. Yeah, okay, we've seen a pretty sharp drop-off on the viewers, so I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, but I hope you guys enjoyed the 2 games that we played so far.